Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into the restoration of hope, or restoring hope, or keeping your hope alive devotional. And it starts today with the first P, because we said we are sharing the 3 P's of getting your hope back. And the first P that we're going to share is prayer. I know you've heard about it. Everybody tells you, pray, get into the place of prayer, get into your secret place. But I want to share this in such a way that I feel like you're going to get it, okay? You're going to get what it means to come to a place of prayer, right? Because it's powerful when we get into the place of prayer. So today we are going to get into the story of an amazing woman called Hannah. So Hannah is found in 1 Samuel. So I would love for you to read 1 Samuel 1 to 18. Yeah, I say devotional, and usually devotionals have 2 or 3 verses, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna give you a whole chapter, because I believe that when you get context of what you are reading about, it's going to help you to really understand what was going on in the moment. Of course, I'm gonna focus on certain verses, but I believe that when you read the entire chapter, it's gonna help you. So let's dive right into it. We are talking about Hannah, who was living with an unfulfilled longing. When you are living with an unfulfilled longing, you have something that you need from God. You've been praying about this for a long time, and it doesn't seem like heaven is opening up for you. And when we look at Hannah's life, it says that the Lord had closed her womb, which means that this was a God orchestrated thing. It wasn't just something that was happening in her life. This was something that God orchestrated by himself in his own infinite wisdom for a particular reason, right? And Hannah is in this moment where she is also married to Elkanah, and this man has another wife, and we all know where there are 2 women, child, it's about to get down, okay? Those that know, okay? Whenever there are 2 women in the house, it's chaos. Most of the time, it's chaos. Look at what happened to Abraham, Sarah, Haggai, a whole lot of drama, right? And so this is what is happening, okay? Hannah is in that place of a whole lot of drama, and her rival, actually, Peninnah, has children, and she doesn't have any children, but she's the most loved by her husband, right? And so now we are seeing this, a place of her desiring to have a child, desiring to hold her own baby, but God hasn't opened up that. And for a long time, she keeps praying, and it's not happening. And we see on verse 7, Peninnah gets to a place where she provokes her. And I want you to look at your own feelings when you get provoked. Maybe you get provoked because of social media. Maybe you get provoked because of a friend. Maybe you get provoked because of family that keeps telling you, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna get married? When are you going to get a job? When are things gonna work out for you? You probably get provoked in different areas of your life. Maybe you get provoked. People don't mean to provoke you. They're just posting their lives, and you get provoked because things ain't happening for you. This is what is happening with Peninnah. She provokes Hannah, and Hannah gets into a place where she cries. And for me, I look at that and I'm like, maybe she was crying because she was in a place of, man, things are not working out for me. And maybe she's depressed, she's anxious, she's tired, she just want to give up because she's frustrated. All of those feelings that we get when we have an unfulfilled longing, maybe this is the place that she is in. But let me tell you one thing that is amazing about the woman called Hannah. She goes to the temple to pray. She's provoked, she's tired, she's crying, but she lifts herself up to go to pray. And that is what we are talking about when we say restoring hope. Because when she cries, maybe that is when her hope is just dying. The hope is dying, but she is still a woman who believes that things are going to work together for my good, and my God loves me, my God is faithful, my God is for me. And so if God is for me, he knows my heart and my desire. So I am going to go into the place of prayer. And what I love is going to come from verse 13 to 15, and it says, "Now Hannah spoke in her heart, only her lips moved, but her voice was not heard." Her voice was not heard, but she was praying. Maybe she was praying from her heart because she's tired of speaking. And I've heard people that say, God, when I cannot pray anymore, please hear my heart. And this is what is happening for Hannah. She is praying from the heart, and the sound is not heard, but her lips are moving. like she's praying from the heart, because she's praying and she's like, God, I need you to hear me, right? And therefore Eli thought she was drunk, getting into the place of prayer until somebody else looks at you and they think you're mad. They think, what is going on with this person? Because I cannot hear anything that they're saying. And sometimes God puts us in a places of waiting for so many things. You know, we wait for so many things. We wait for things to work out in so many ways. God's waiting room is one of the difficult rooms, but it's the room that He breeds character. It's the room that He prepares us for that particular thing that we are praying for, or that which He's going to do through you and for you. And so Hannah is also in the waiting room, and it's uncomfortable. It's painful, because now she has a rival that is at home that keeps poking her and telling her and keep showing her what she doesn't have. You know, when you don't have something and nobody tells you you don't have it, it's not a big deal. But whenever somebody else reminds you that you don't have that thing, it becomes a constant reminder, and you get so mad, and your hope begins to fade, because you're like, God, I'm tired. Why aren't things working out? And today, this devotional is meant to remind you that God is still a good God. God is still faithful, because He had Hannah's prayer. When Hannah got into a place of prayer, God had her prayer. Okay, God had your prayer, and that is beautiful, because it's as though she was a woman of sorrow, and as though she was a woman who was tired. She got into the place of prayer, and she's like, I'm still gonna get my hope back, because this is the only way that I believe I'm gonna get my hope back. And today I wanted to share with somebody who's tired, who's frustrated with God, and someone who's just like, God, I'm done. You know, I also got to a point in my life where I was like, God, I'm done. You know, this relationship with you thing is not working, because you show up for everybody and not me. But I find myself going back to Him, because I don't have anything else, because that is the anchor of my soul. God, hope is the anchor of our soul. When we don't have hope, we are in easy access to the enemy. When we don't have hope, there is nothing about us, because we get attacked by the enemy. And this is something that I'm going to share in day 3. So don't miss day 3, because I believe that our hope is what keeps us together. It's what keeps our faith together. It's what keeps us going. And so today I want you to get back into the place of prayer in your secret place. I want you to go back to God and be like, God, I'm back again. You know, it's me again. God, I'm back. You know, God, I'm back again, and I just want to get into a place of prayer, and I still want to bring this need. You telling yourself that, you know, I'm not going to pray about this because God heard about it. Maybe sometimes it's coming from a place of I give up. You know, I give up on praying for this thing and it's not happening. So maybe let me just put it aside. But I want you to go and bring up that prayer that you say, God, I'm not going to pray about this anymore. Bring it up again and get into a place of prayer, so that your hope comes alive. Because when your hope comes alive, a lot of things begin to happen. So I wanted to share with someone who feels like they're down and out, they cannot do this anymore. Get back to the place of prayer. It's going to be hard, but pull yourself. You know, Hannah pulled herself to go to the temple to pray, and even when Eli was looking at her and thinking that she was mad, she continued to pray. So I know that people are going to look at you and think that you've been praying for 5 years, 10 years for a child, but God is not giving you. God is not hearing you. Are you drunk? Are you crazy? Just let it go. Maybe somebody's going to look at you and be like, you've been praying to pass this degree for the longest time and it's not happening. Let it go. Or maybe somebody's going to look at you and say, you've been trying this business for a long time and it's failing. Just let it go. Someone is going to look at you and say, you've been praying for marriage and the husband for a long time. Let it go. People are going to think you're drunk or crazy by your desire to get your hope back. But I want you to get your hope back, because when you get your hope back, it's attractive, because it also lifts up your faith. And I wanted to remind you that it is impossible to please God without faith. So I wanted you to get back your hope, so that you can get back to a place of faith and trust God that He is faithful to see you through. This is the end of today, and I hope that this is going to help you get back to a place of prayer and just worship, you know, and be in a place of, God, I come back, you know, hold me tight, my Father. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next P that is going to help you get your hope back.